Right. Let's get back into it.
Welcome back. Today we're diving into something heavy but vital. We're looking at the unbecoming, the idea that to actually find ourselves, we have to stop trying to be perfect and instead face the parts of us we've been taught to repress.
And let's be real, the pressure to be perfect is exhausting. It's like we're all running this endless optimization program in our heads.
Tell me about it. I spent half of yesterday meditating on how my peeling sunburn is basically a metaphor for reincarnation. I'm literally shedding my old self.
That's a stretch, Paco, even for you. But it's actually a great segue. We're looking at the Book of Lilith by Black Koltuv. She's exploring this archetype of Lilith, not as a monster, but as this necessary wild revolt against the good girl or good man programming.
Right. And she starts off by showing us how visually, historically, Eve and Lilith were practically glued together in a very dark way. She points to these 15th century sculptures where you have the Virgin Mary sitting right on top of a base that shows Eve eating the apple, and then Lilith with a woman's face and a serpent's body.
It's a heavy image. The new Eve, the Virgin, is literally surmounting the old Eve and the demonic Lilith. It's like the church was saying, who's crushed both the temptation and the wildness.
But then Koltuv gets personal. She moves away from the museum pieces and starts talking about her own connection to this. She says she felt repelled by Eve, this submissive blonde creature who just falls for a snake's line.
I felt that. When she describes her own internal landscape, it's not some peaceful, manicured Garden of Eden. She talks about rough yellow and brown deserts, iron gray molten rock, and golden thistles. It's gritty. It's visceral.
Exactly. She says, I was animal, I was God, I was substance and pulsing orifice.
Okay, wow, that is intense.
It's a complete rejection of that clean spirituality we often see. She's saying the civilized layers are just covers over something throbbing and primal.
And she ties this into how modern women encounter this Lilith nature through the mirror. She quotes the Zohar calling Lilith the unclear mirror of prophecy.
If you're talking about mirrors, I hope you aren't talking about my hotel room mirror. It's got a crack in it that's doing a great job of making me look like a fragmented mess.
Jane, you're just in time. We're talking about the mirror as a trap.
A trap? Sounds like my Tuesday.
Well, look at what Koltuv brings up. She uses this excerpt from Isaac Bashevis Singer. He describes a demon Samael, Lilith's husband, who can install himself inside a mirror like a spider in a web. He waits for the fly, the vain, lonely woman, to get caught.
It's such a haunting image. The idea that our own vanity, or our obsession with our reflection, is actually where the shadow waits to ambush us.
So, is the mirror the enemy or the tool? Because I'm currently using mine to check if I've survived the day.
It's both. Koltuv shows the story of a woman named Zyril. She has this beautiful blue-as-ice mirror in her boudoir. She sits there naked, admiring her skin and hair, imagining princes and knights. But the demon is there, and it brings her face to face with Lilith. It leads to unconscious possession.
Which is so scary because it's not a conscious choice. It's just happening while you're lost in your own image.
But then and this is the part that actually gave me chills, she brings up this other woman. A patient of her analyst, this woman had a sudden massive outburst of rage after a moment of being interrupted during a flirtatious moment with her lover.
And in her dream, she's looking in the mirror and she asks, am I so black?
Wait, that's such a powerful pivot. She's asking if her anger, her darkness, makes her bad. In the mirror reflecting her, and her analyst tells her, you are black but comely, it is the sun that has burned you. Your mother's sons turned their anger on you. Had you only looked after your own?
That is a heavy hitter.
It's a total reframe. The blackness, the perceived darkness or sin, isn't her nature. It's the result of being burned by the expectations and the vineyards of others. The mirror is telling her that her anger is actually a reaction to being enslaved by masculine, judging attitudes.
So the blackness is just the scar tissue of trying to be good.
Exactly. And it ties back to what we were saying about the unbe thing. The blackness is the shadow of all that suppressed vitality.
But it's not all easy breakthroughs. The end of this passage is, it's actually quite heartbreaking. She talks about a woman who is sexually cold because her Lilith side is completely split off. Her husband is this bland sky.
Oh, I know that type. The unwavering good humor guy. He's just watching her like an animal in a zoo.
Right. He is patiently watching her nervous explosions and a sheath of egotism, but he refuses to enter the arena with her. You won't meet her in the jungie of her actual emotions.
It's so stifling. He's not even fighting her. He's just waiting for her storm to pass.
Sounds like every calm person I've ever met.
And Koltuv ends this section with this incredibly visceral, almost violent longing. She says if the husband had met her with that same electric tension, if they had met in the fury with the teeth and the tongues and the sparks of their bodies, then the tension could have actually transformed into an embrace.
So the demon isn't the problem. The problem is the refusal to actually engage with the intensity.
Yeah, the tragedy isn't the storm. It's the person standing there with an umbrella refusing to get wet.
Okay, we're moving into the heart of it now. We just left off that heavy, stifling moment with the husband who won't get wet in the storm. But Koltuv offers this parable. It's almost like a mythic resolution.
It's beautiful. It's not a resolution of peace, though. It's a resolution of integration.
Right. So, there's this man, Adam, and he's alone. And Lilith shows, but she's not a monster here. She's disguised in the clothes of an ordinary, simple, agreeable woman.
Oh man, an undercover mission.
She's testing him. She asks, "Where is your woman, the one who came to replace me?" And Adam, he's honest. He says Eve is away and that Eve is actually afraid of Lilith.
And look at Lilith's response. This is the part that gets me. She says, I am as simple in my heart as she is. Our difference is hidden in the mind, not in our bodies.
Wait, I caught that last bit. Hidden in the mind. Is this about that split personality thing you were discussing? Because I feel like I'm living in that split today.
Welcome, Jane. Precisely. She's saying the physical, the instinctual, the body is the same. The division is a mental construct.
A construct I'd very much like to dismantle.
So, Adam tries to play it safe. He says, I love you, but I need a peaceful life. He chooses the Eve version of stability. But Lilith, she just says, have it your way. I will not leave you.
She's the I'm not leaving ghost.
And then the magic happens. Adam looks into her eyes, and Koltuv says they were like doors wide open into a world he had almost forgotten, and he just steps inside.
And here's the wild part. Eve comes home, she finds them in each other's arms. And instead of a confrontation, a fight, or a scandal, she enters a trance. She leaves her own body and enters the body of Lilith.
Wait, so she's literally hijacking the demon to experience the passion herself?
Exactly. She embraces and kisses Adam through her sister. She's tasting the very thing she was afraid of.
That is some high-level cosmic multitasking.
But it creates this terrifyingly beautiful friction, because Adam is confused. He's feeling this intense, sudden passion, and he's like, why are you so passionate? You're just Eve. And the voice, which is Eve speaking through Lilith, is like, I am staying with you because you are full of fire for this other woman.
It's so meta. He's only truly alive and passionate when he's interacting with the shadow. The peaceful life he wanted actually vanished.
So the peace was actually just a lack of presence, a numbness.
Exactly. And the parable ends with this haunting image. Adam looks for Eve, the good wife, but he can't find her. All he sees are the flames from the stove.
The wife has literally become the fire.
It's the unbecoming we started with. She had to burn away the Eve persona to let the heat of the experience through.
But we have to be careful, because the book takes a sharp, dark turn immediately after this. We go from this beautiful, unified dance to Lilith, this child killer.
Oh man. Here we go, back to the horror movie.
It's brutal. He references the Zohar, where it says Lilith was cast into the depths of the sea and then given power over the little faces of the sons of men.
Little faces? That sounds disturbingly cute for a demon.
It's meant to be the vulnerability of the child. The text says she uses this power to punish children for the sins of their fathers.
It's so much harder to hold the integration idea when you're looking at amulets designed to protect babies from her.
Right, but look at the context Koltuv provides. She's linking this to the daughters of Eve. She says they suffer two sides. Eve, the life-nourishing mother, and Lilith, the punitive, child-killing lash of God.
So the same feminine energy that brings life is also the one that, well, snatches it away.
It's the extreme of the cycle. It's the unpredictable nature of the wild. It's a metaphor for being rebellious and the literal, terrifying power of nature, the storm, the flood, the thing that doesn't care about your peaceful life.
And she ties it to the biological cycle. The raging premenstrual witch who carries a woman away to the desolate wilderness.
You know, I think I've met that witch. She usually shows up around 3 a.m. when I'm staring at a deadline.
She's the part of us that refuses to be optimized. She's the part that says, I don't care about your schedule, I am the moon, and I am waning.
It's a rejection of toxic productivity. You can't schedule a Lilith moment. You can only survive it.
Or, build a really nice silver amulet and hope for the best.
which, as we saw in the text, people have been doing for centuries. Whether it's a fish-shaped amulet from Morocco or a silver necklace from Persia, the goal is the same, trying to find a way to live with the wildness without being consumed by it.
Careful, Seth. If you keep trying to analyze the wildness into a spreadsheet, I'm going to let that 3 a.m. witch loose on your study.
I believe my data is quite robust against supernatural interference, Jane.
Let's take a breath before we get too deep into the shadows.